Last speaker from this segment, from the new generation category, is someone with more than 10 years of experience with returnable packaging services in Eastern Europe. And it turns out that returnable e-commerce packaging market has exploded during the last few years, which is obvious because there are laws and regulations in the European Union as well in place for that. So how reusable and returnable packages are changing e-commerce? We will hear more about it from the founder of Ringo, Janek Balunski. Welcome on the stage. Good luck. Up.
Hello, good morning. It's nice to be here. I brought a couple of colleagues also, a couple of reusable packages. I will tell you what I have done in the last 10 years, what opinions I have about reusable products in general, how it affects e-commerce. Let's dig into these issues a little bit. It's maybe a little bit information from the future. It's not arrived yet. It's early days, we can say, but it's coming slowly but strongly. Myself, I have been 10 years involved in returnable transport items. This means plastic crates, boxes, pallets, trolleys, different products. If you go in Baltics, if you go in the evening to shop to buy milk, then it's a 50% chance that you take from such a box your milk or yogurt, which is washed. The box is washed by us. It's rented by us, so it's running in same pooling system in Baltics. There are many similar companies in Europe, globally. The industry is more than 100 billion industry. So it all started from the transport industry, really. And e-commerce is a little bit new. What is my first message is that in last years we can say even a boom in reusable packages in e-commerce. These are just random producers, providers of e-commerce packages. There are many more. Some of them are Estonians here, many are from Eastern Europe, Finland, Sweden, Germany. Many countries are existing. I'm sure you know some of these logos. We can say 5-10 years ago, the big revolution was that we can return the package through the mailing system. It was something new. Several companies started in Europe. It has not changed the market, really. It doesn't answer all the questions. It's not so cost efficient, maybe. Maybe the 3 centimeter limit also in a mailing system is too much, that clients are expecting much more bigger choice, bags, boxes, different things. So mailing system is not the final answer to this question. We will never send back everything through the mailing system. What we can see, what has happened in other segments, like, for example, transport items, we see that mostly every industry starts from business to business. Also with these companies, most of them are working in business to business. This means no deposit. This means special collection. This means closed systems. Closed systems are not very strong. They don't offer that flexibility. They don't scale so easily. So many of these companies with whom I have been talking to are struggling. Some of them plan to close the business because it's not going that well. Now let's dig into this a little bit. What we can see here. What the clients are telling. Yes, in the news we are reading everybody wants less plastic, less single-use regulations, EU regulations, local regulations. We see a lot of movement. In reality, on the other side, we have made tests and we have heard and we are reading tests from other package providers that consumers are accepting, but they are not demanding exactly. We can read from the news that somebody is publishing again, that consumers are ready to pay more for sustainable package, or they are ready to pay more for greener solutions or greener products. But one is the questioning from people, and other is the real statistics from the market. Our experience shows that if somebody, let's say e-trader or a food product provider, puts a reusable product and is pricing it higher, let's say single use is for free, let's say reusable costs €1. Only very small percentage of people, usually less than 1%, will convert to the reusable. So they are fans, they are strong believers that I do good for the environment. If they are priced equally, or let's say even a little advantage to the reusable product, then between 10 and 20% of consumers already change their behavior. This is the real case is what we have seen in Estonian trading companies in the retails, in restaurants, in other places. We hear the same results from the tests from e-commerce packages in other countries. In Estonia, not so many tests yet, so we cannot publish exact statistics. On the other side, and the traders are ready to try small scale. We joke that if a trader adds another packaging option and puts it 5 times more expensive, that this is done, I have done my job, now consumers can choose, please choose. Not the result is clear, nobody is choosing the reusable product in that case, and it's a little bit greenwashing or done with a marketing aim. These traders, and I have spoken at least to 5 of such who have converted fully to reusable products in the food segment, they don't regret. They tell that they didn't lose clients, and people are accepting. Some are maybe asking questions, but they are not losing clients. So it's an interesting dilemma here that from one side, consumers are quite silent, and that's why also traders are afraid maybe. But on the other side, the change is possible. So we can say that returning, we cannot talk about reusable products if we don't talk about returning. So we can say nicely that returning is a new delivery. It sounds beautiful, but in reality, of course, the business-wise, it's not the same, as the value of empty package is much less than with the product, and so the returning in general is much smaller scope and much smaller possible revenue. So mailing system, yes, is possible. What we have done during last 2 years in Estonia, we have built new infrastructure for returning. We do it also for e-commerce packages right now. It will be all over Estonia, and next year also all over Baltics. We see that more return possibilities are needed in the world in general. Not today we return bottles. This is something what we know. The mailing box is used. Business-to-business return schemes are existing. People even maybe return directly to the shops. Returning by couriers is popular, of course. So all these are existing, but empty packages are so cheap that they cannot be transported one by one anymore. So they must be transported in bigger quantities. Otherwise, this returning is not sustainable. It will not survive. It will never stay on the market. So we believe that there is more need for big scale or bigger quantity bulk returning. Then traders can choose such packages. Then it will really start competing with single use. Just a small example of costs. One provider of reusable packages is is paying roughly €1 for getting back the empty package. Yes, it can be hidden in the price of the delivery, it can be hidden in the price of products. It's not what the end consumer sees, but somewhere there is the cost. Yes, in different countries, very different, of course, but just approximate number here. If the same products are returned in big quantities, not one by one, the cost can go down easily 3-4 times. So this might be one way to the future. We don't know if this solves all the issues, but at least this is a little bit better than today. So what we started to do, what we launched now in January, platform which is open. So we are running against everybody else in Europe who is, all the package providers are doing only closed systems. So we started here open system. We started to put up return stations under name Tango Eco to be very different from food products. So it's only for e-commerce. And in cooperation with Itella, we launched 15 stations in January, and we have agreed that by May we put up another 250. So all Itella stations will have such a return point. At the same time, we are just business partners, but as a platform it is neutral, it is open to all the couriers, all the transporters, all delivery companies. We are open also to all package providers. So let's say if DHL wants to come with their package, it's possible. If Kaubamaja or Zalando or somebody else wants to develop their own package, it's possible to join. It's very similar to the bottle returning system that everybody can join with their own package. Today we have 3 package providers. More than 10 packages are in the portfolio. So existing clients can choose from these packages. 5 e-traders have joined during 1 month, and many are doing integrations right now or changing their checkout to be able to give choices to consumers. So let's go through a little bit the details, how it works. These are a couple of companies who are today in the platform. So trader can order the packages directly from package providers. We are the platform, neutral platform keeper. We run the deposit system and logistics. Technology is open. If some package provider would like to make their own visual style in the deposit returning, then this is possible. It means also that money should not go to the consumer back to their bank account. Maybe it can go as loyalty points to their account in the e-traders system. So all different possibilities are existing. We are today integrating the same system with Rimi, for example. Food products deposit can be returned as Rimi points to the Rimi accounts. Everything is based on the central QR code register. We are the keeper of the register. Whoever somebody wants to put QR codes on the packages, we provide these unique QR codes, labels everybody can print themselves and put on the packages. These are permanent labels, and all the deposit system is working based on these. People scan with their own telephone camera, and they can choose how they take back the money. And they return to these return stations. Yes, we have built right now based on deposit. But the next step, what we are already discussing with some clients, is that we will throw out the deposit because people don't like it. Maybe I don't like to get my t-shirt in this bag if I have to pay €3 deposit for this. I remind you that we all get scooters on the streets without deposit. We even rent cars without deposits. So for sure, I must get such a bag for my t-shirt in the future without deposit. So But the foundation for it is that it's a personalized, it's a system in that case. I must identify myself. Once I'm identified, it's likely that the system trusts me in certain amount and gives me maybe 1, maybe 5, maybe 10 such packages without deposit. This is the near future. This will start with some e-traders already this year. So deposit is not something what stays forever. Yes, plugins for all the e-commerce platforms are not yet ready. Some of them are. Package providers are giving. More such plugins will be available this year, so everybody can join quicker and quicker. And finally, I would like to remind that we all have these telephones, and this means that special machines on the streets we will never see, as we have already perfect reverse vending machine. E-commerce packages are too cheap, and such a vending machines, what we have seen for bottles, we will never see for e-commerce packages. So this is as cost-efficient solution as possible, and we right now already compete with the price of single-use packages quite well. Thank you.
Thank you, Janek. That was very interesting, returnable and reusable. So we have a couple of questions from the audience as well. Does the QR on the package work as a shipping label? Did I get that right?
Not yet. At least one delivery company plans to start using permanent code, so that, yes, today we have to generate labels for ourselves, but maybe the future will be that we upload a number so that there is a permanently numbered packages and they can be uploaded, and Itella is planning more news around it. They would like to make reusable packages much more attractive this year, so maybe we'll hear these news from them during the year.
So you talked briefly about greenwashing, and we got a question from the audience. Are you sure that recycling does not generate more CO2 than having light one-time package?
Yeah.
Because this is also wasteful, right?
Yeah, it's the elephant in the room,
yes,
basically.
Exactly.
In that case, yeah, it's a logical question. Yes, if the package is used only once, for sure there is more material than in one plastic bag or a carton box. It is more wasteful if it's not used many times. At the same time, people tend to keep nice boxes. They keep them at home. We see that they return them much later. Even food packages are returned months later. So people are comfortable, and they want to collect a bigger quantity and then return. But yes, this is not the solution from day one. So for sure, we are not the greenest solution from day one. The society has to learn to return them, and then maybe one day we see that the packages are doing more than 50 cycles.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Janek, and give a big applause.